In today's Leeds news, Leeds linked with Burnley midfielder, match day for youths, Leeds fined by the FA, Tyler Adams to Bournemouth, Southampton wants drama, and Leeds versus Southampton game moved. Hey folks, Jay here at The View on Friday the 18th of August with your Leeds United news. Match day for the first team as they take on West Brom and Ellen Road in what is becoming a pretty big game considering everything that's gone on over the last couple of weeks. Strange to be saying that at this point of the season, only 3 games in, but you know, we have to survive this month. Farka has said survive the month, and that's the most important thing. But Leeds need to get more points on the board than they've currently got, and it won't be an easy task tonight against West Brom with an injury-ravaged Leeds side, and everybody looking trying to get out of the club. So we'll talk about that more in a couple of seconds. We'll start off though with some links to Leeds, and we'll start off with a link with Burnley midfielder Josh Brownhill. Leeds have been linked with the player, and according to Team Talk, so take that with a pinch of salt, they are saying that Leeds have joined Wolves, Middlesbrough, Crystal Palace, Everton and Leicester in their interest. Brownhill was a massive part of Vincent Kompany's Burnley side last season as they tried to get promoted and successfully got promoted to the Premier League. However, he has 12 months left on his deal and only played 5 minutes of their opening game against Manchester City last weekend. Brownhill had a huge part to play in their promotion, scoring 7 goals and having 8 assists. And Vincent Kompany talked at length about how important it was to get Brownhill to commit to the club last season and stay for that year. However, it does look like Brownhill could move away as as I said, he is in the final 12 months of that deal. Take it with a pinch of salt. It's Team Talk. So there's that. Moving on, let's have a match day for the youth. The U21 side will take on Manchester United in Old Trafford tonight at 7 p.m. The game is live on MUTV, although I can't see many Leeds fans subscribing to MUTV just for that game. There are tickets available for the match as well, and it will hopefully be another strong outing for the U21 side after their strong start to their campaign last week. Moving on, let's talk about the fine. Yesterday, Leeds were fined £150,000 by the FA, and this comes in relation to a regulatory commission an independent regulatory commission that were given this. They have decided Leeds are in breach and have fined them £150,000. This relates to a misconduct charge around homophobic chanting at the Brighton game. 20 minutes into the game is when it's alleged to have happened. Leeds have identified, at least haven't fought this fine. They have accepted the fine. Leeds have basically admitted failure to ensure spectator conduct themselves in an orderly fashion and do not use words or otherwise behave in a way which is improper, offensive, abusive, indecent or insulting with reference to sexual orientation. I can't believe we're still having these conversations about this kind of stuff that goes on the ground. It really shouldn't be happening. It should be gone by this stage. Got just lack of education, really is. It should be gone. Leeds getting fined now. Leeds struggling to put together finances to do anything off the pitch, and here we've got a group of fans chanting stuff that shouldn't be chanted, and the club getting fined for it, and then the club having to apologise on behalf of these couple of people. It's mad. Shouldn't be happening. Anyway, let's talk about Tyler Adams and the saga that has been going on. Last week, Tyler Adams agreed a deal with Chelsea, travelled to London, only for the deal to be cancelled at the last minute. On Monday, by Tuesday, we were on the understanding that his deal at the club, or his release clause, had expired. But Bournemouth had put a bid in. Well, according to Fabrizio Romano this morning, he has tweeted that an agreement between Leeds United and Bournemouth has been reached for the player. Adams is said to be travelling to Bournemouth today to undergo a medical. Bournemouth did feel they activated the contract at the right time. Leeds denied that. What the Athletic are saying is that the deal is in excess of, or will be in excess of £20 million, which is more than Adams' release clause with add-ons. Talks between the clubs apparently around the package are still happening. They haven't agreed a full fee just yet, but Adams is moving to get the deal done. According to Graham Smith, which is the most updated opinion on this, Graham Smith is in the Yorkshire Evening Post has said that Leeds and Bournemouth are still in talks over a deal, and the Leeds are holding out for far more than the release clause in order to get the deal done. They believe they can get it done for a good fee. I've seen people complaining about £23 million that's been mentioned. It's still £3 million. It's a lot of money, especially where we are right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. The deal is said to be dependent on Adams passing a medical, which isn't a guarantee either. Remember, Chelsea and Aston Villa moved away from the player potentially because of his injury being significantly longer than it currently is. But again, that's not guaranteed, and we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Southampton want Cody Drameh, another one apparently. Well, according to Fabrizio Romano this morning, Southampton boss Russell Martin has identified Cody Drameh as a target and a player he would like to bring into his side. However, he does say that Russell Martin will be patient with this and is happy to wait until the January window or until the end of the season when Cody Drameh's contract at Leeds expires. Leeds have tried to bring in Max Aarons. There is question marks around the fullback position still. There's question marks around every single position of the team. As I said the other day, we need to see some positive movements in terms of players coming in, and hopefully the Adams moving out thing allows some money to come in so Leeds can move on with that. Also, just to point out to everybody, there won't be a podcast this week. The match is on tonight, so that's delayed that, and I was going to do something tomorrow, but it's my dad's anniversary mass tomorrow in Galway, so I'll be in Galway for that. So won't be in a position this week to do it, but we'll try and do something during the week to try and even that out as well for members and for everybody else on the channel as well. So tough one tonight. Leeds need to get something on the board. There needs to be some positivity brought back into Elland Road. It could be a dangerous night tonight if it gets a bit nasty early on in the game. If Leeds go behind, the whole thing could boil over. There's a lot of fans not happy, despite Daniel Farke's comments about, you know, us having our ducks in a row and everything ready to go for by the end of the transfer window. Still nothing has happened this week. It's another week without a signing, and people are worried, and I'm worried. I'm genuinely worried. I do believe Daniel Farke. I do believe what he is saying, and I want to believe the current ownership, but there needs to be some positive movements pretty quickly on this. Next week's going to become a massive week. We've been saying this for how many Fridays have I sat here talking to you and said next week's a massive week. Next week's a massive week. You know, it's getting bigger, and they're getting bigger, and there's more pressure every week we go into. There's less time left in the window. Less time means more pressure every single week. So it's not ideal. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I'm not going to waffle on. Short one, in and out. Fingers crossed for something tonight. And I'll be back on Monday morning with Leeds news, and I'll update you on what we're going to do with the podcast for next week. Have a great weekend. Fingers crossed, 3 points. And I'll talk to you on Monday. See ya. Bye.